You are all not conscious. The feeling of cold metal presses against your bodies, and the sound of wind and metal creaking suddenly start to stir you up from your sleep. A voice and footsteps follow suit. Okay, everyone up! As a hand bases themselves on each of you as they walk past, and as each of you open your eyes or have your optics come online, you find yourself within a drop ship's personnel bay. Looking across from each of you, you see each of you is wearing this suit. Alright, everybody ready? I'm pretty proud of you of accepting this mission from us. It could mean everything between life and death out here. Any questions? The man wearing the exact same suit as you is looking between each of you. His hand pressed up against the... carry on.
Do I have any recollection of actually accepting this mission?
It seems familiar. For instance, when you swear you recognize this man. Despite behind the mask, he's grizzled, he's got a thick beard, but you swear what he's talking about is correct. He mentioned before about a mission. You did accept something.
Okay, I'm gonna nod my head like I know what I'm talking about.
Has anybody got any questions? I know going through the magnetic barrier is... I hear buzzing again.
Yeah, I hear it too.
Me too.
That must be static from the comm system we're using. Didn't they check this shit out before they gave it to us, boss?
Danny, come on. Anyway, I know how you all are new to each other, but... well, I'm proud of you accepting this. How about you introduce yourselves? And I'll explain the mission after. Danny, you go first.
Why me, boss? Jeez. Hi, fellas. You can call me Danny. Everybody else does. So, yeah, don't worry about me. I know my way around a gun, and I'll make sure to keep you guys covered. Everything's gonna be fine out there, no worries. And he gives you a confident thumbs up.
He's one of my own boys. Don't worry about it. I'll be looking after you on this mission.
I gotcha, guys. I gotcha.
Ruben just silently nods and he goes, pleasure.
Nix waves back.
Alright. How about you? You had trouble getting in your hazmat suit, right? Ruben, I think your name is. Why don't you go next?
Hello, everyone. He kind of nods, ducking his head. Like, my name's Ruben, medical professional. I accepted this mission hoping that I could make a difference out there. And everybody can kind of see what he's wearing on his face, and he goes, if you have any questions about this whole situation, I politely ask that you wait until after the mission.
That's correct. We brought him in because of the Azure leak. He'll be your main proprietor of sorting it out. Now, who wants to go next?
I'll go next, I guess.
Alright, introduce yourself.
I'm good at sneaking, shooting, and flying. That my presence here indicates we'll need to do at least one of those three things.
That's right. Her name's Nix. We brought her here in order to make sure you have an escape route. After all, getting past this Class 4 storm is heroic itself.
Easy shit. Alright, I got this. Just quick question. Where are we?
What do you mean, where are you? You accepted a mission, right?
I vaguely recall that, yes.
Probably the influence of a magnetic storm. If you need to know, I'll explain right after. First things first. How about you? Caleb, I believe your name is.
That's right. Name's Caleb Rays. You can call me Cal. Most people do. I'm going to be the mechanic on board this mission, I suppose, and I'll be taking care of any kind of issues we're having with our weaponry, our armor, and I have a bit of history with Azure as well, so I might be able to provide some insight on that.
That's right. He's going to be your main man of getting into the base. Whatever locks you may come across, he's going to be able to bust in. However, we also have another expert on board, gladly provided us by Omnicorp. Adam?
Greetings.
Hello?
Oh, apparently it didn't go. Greetings.
Yes, Adam.
Please state, please state input requirements.
Your input requirements is to provide tactical support during this mission. You are to dedicate every process to their survival.
Confirmed. Greetings, users. I am Adam, the Advanced Data Administration mainframe. My mission parameters is to aid in your survival, to the extent of my capabilities.
Adam will be jumping between your suits, or he can be provided with a robotic suit as well. Suggest you take it with you, just in case he needs a body at the time.
Fancy.
Well, that's the entire team here. So, did everybody get affected by the magnetic blast? Really? Never mind.
I'm good,
Common
boss.
occurrence.
Let's do this. I'm super pumped.
Danny, I know. Don't worry. He's always a bit excitable, he says to Nix as he passes by. Right. The point is that we found something strange within the wastes. You see, we're heading towards a base where it was uncovered recently. As your spill, your task is to get inside. There may be something dangerous within, because, well, others have been trying to get inside, but none have returned just yet. As I mentioned, there's a Azure spill right there. Do not, under any circumstances, remove your hazmat suits while within the facility.
Gee, I hope
Understand?
Kuban sprung for the good stuff.
Direct exposure to Azure is not to be recommended.
Exactly. Any questions?
Ruben kind of like lifts up his arm and it's like, do we, like this location that we're heading towards, do we know of any people that were occupying that space? Or like, do we have, what kind of intel do we have on the people that, or what inhabits this space?
There was a group that was inhabiting it recently. The identity is unknown. However, well, only one...
Assume hostiles?
Yes, assume hostiles, but not from them. Apparently they went down. Only one survivor was found, and he died soon after reaching Seattle.
Ruben kind of nods solemnly. He's aware of what that looks like.
It's a shame, but what he told us is that there may be very dangerous WMD-style weaponry in this facility. Sadly, he said out in public. So, now, every other organization and their kids are going after it. In the best interests of everybody involved. We're here to make sure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
I got a question. You'll have to pardon my memory. It seems I was hit with the magnetic waves as well here, but where precisely are we in terms of the map, so to speak?
That is classified. After all, we don't want anybody else to know about this location. You did accept the mission under those parameters, after all. And, of course, that you may die on this mission. But that's normal.
Can you give us a rough idea in case we wind up needing to hoof it back to Seattle?
That is easy enough. All you have to head is not north. Keep heading south. After all, we're above the shelf.
Yeah, that's fair.
An entirely frozen wasteland covered in a class 4 storm isn't exactly the best to navigate, but as long as you head south, you should eventually get out.
Duly noted.
Please be advised that this Adam unit has not been outfitted with navigational equipment.
Don't worry. Adam's very useful. He'll be aiding however he can.
Reuben kind of like flips up his hand again. He just asks, since like so. Yeah, I'm afraid that my memory is a bit fuzzy, just like everybody else here. He's kind of pondering on what that could mean, but what do we have in terms of equipment? Like, do I have what kind of supplies have we been granted by in order to complete this?
Well, number one, you have your suits. They've been outfitted to your personal taste in armor. In mechanical terms, by the way, that would be that all your armor, but +1 to their stats.
Like +1 to soak, or +1 to soak and defense?
Soak and defense. So in other words, just 1 defense. As it
Sexy.
counts as both defense and soak.
I assume that I'm currently still a black box.
You can you can transfer between them or the robotic body that's following them.
Okay. What is the robotic body like?
It is exactly the same as a humanoid one. Essentially, it's this hazmat suit, but with a simple skeleton within. It has a basic defense of 2, thanks to the armor that's been outfitted onto it.
Fair enough. I assume I'll just be lugging myself around in a little black crate then.
Yes, essentially. He's your little carrier.
So I guess I apologize for it. Am I like lugging around, like, are we lugging around personal supplies? Do we have like
You have you basically have your weaponry and anything that would be critical to going on a mission, essentially. So medical kits, stuff like that. You're probably not carrying about your luggage with your clothes, you know?
Yeah. He nods, kind of an understanding. I actually haven't established if my character brought a weapon. I assume he probably has like a super basic pistol or something.
I assume Adam is unarmed, being that he can't hurt humans.
Of course.
But, you know,
Why would you ever have one?
Yeah. People.
I've got a wrench I can use to smack people.
Exactly. I got a big ass wrench I'm just gonna slap you with.
I got 2 pistols.
Right. We're nearing our location. Are there any other questions?
Oh, sir.
No?
We're ready.
Understood. Get your hazmat suit sealed. And make sure you, well, keep warm out there. You're not going to have long. Head straight towards the base entrance and get inside. If you stay out there longer than you should, you're going to freeze to death.
Correction. Adam is incapable of freezing to death.
Fair enough.
Don't worry, that's just standard procedure. Don't let what the boss tells you worry you. It's gonna be fine out there, don't worry.
Okay.
Soon
Yeah,
enough.
no, easy breezy. Walk in the park.
Yeah, see?
We're
This
just gonna
guy
walk
gets
in.
it. Hey!
Walk in. We're gonna grab that shit and we're gonna fly out. It's gonna be easy.
Exactly.
I like it. That's the kind of positive attitude we like around here.
So should we
Soon-
roll light side or dark side, or are we not really using that system?
Not right now, no.
Okay.
As the rough landing shakes the dropship, you hear the commander slam his fist into the button on the side, dropping the ramp. A blazing blizzard outside whirls around you. and you rush out into the snowy landscape. The only visual indicator, a small glowing blue dot near the entrance of the base. I suspect you will do run for it, or is there anything you want to do out in the snow?
Danny jumps outside with gusto and he starts bolting for the door.
Understood.
Adam picks himself up, it's a euphemism, and just begins walking. You know, he's in no hurry.
Ruben is doing his best to meet the pace of Danny, but he's not really used to running around in such a heavy suit.
You're more limping towards it, are you?
Nyx moves out last, keeps her pistols out, and just kind of scanning the area as they walk.
By the way, Danny screams to the top of his lungs, "Woohoo! The cold is gonna fucking destroy my nuts! Get shelter!"
As Caleb is moving towards the base, he's going to be kind of looking around at the same time, trying to see if he spots any other landmarks through the blizzard.
The landmarks of the blizzard are very hard to see within the shelf. There are spires of ice all the way around. However, you do see that the base is contoured within what appears to be a three-spiked formation of ice past the growing megastorm that's surrounding you.
Base located. Beginning locomotion.
So
Man, looks like Command cheaped out on these suits. It's not protecting from the cold at all. I'm freezing.
Omnicorp would never cheat on your suit design. Your suit is capable of keeping you alive at
Yes, maybe
any
it was.
temperature down to 40 degrees minus. Be advised, we are currently in minus 41 degrees.
Ugh,
Is this... Okay.
just our luck.
Now,
Good thing I brought layers.
you can easily reach the base without any interruption. There doesn't seem to be anything around. It's quiet. Really undisturbed. As you reach down into the base, the stairs are covered within thick ice and snow. As you enter through the grated door, you find the place abandoned. A thick, glowing blue substance floats in the air. Not too much, but enough for you to worry. As you know that as your gas is extremely dangerous.
Yeah, Ruben kind of like noting the atmosphere goes, and it's like if anything is alive in this environment, he kind of is pondering like they're either in terrible condition or excellent condition, whichever one.
It's very much a crapshoot when you get exposed to mutagenics.
Danny starts darting his eyes left to right, checking all corners, and then looks back towards the rest of the guys that are piling in, and instead of talking, starts giving them military hand gestures. Does anybody know military hand gestures?
Nyx does.
He immediately starts telling that he wants somebody to take the left side of the wall, he's gonna take the right side, and they're gonna sweep the room.
Alright, she takes the left wall and they start sweeping the room along with them.
You see in almost military coordination these two spread out of the room, checking all corners. There seems to be an entrance hall meant for transport of basic materials down into the deeper parts of a facility. There is really only one entrance to the place, but thankfully there doesn't seem to be any bodies or anything else that may be considered dead.
Ruben is doing his best to sort of mimic the behavior and try not to get in their way.
Adam is going to blunder right down the middle of the room towards any nearby consoles,
Aha,
probably
excellent
making a lot of
tactic, Adam.
noise.
Excellent tactic, Adam. I approve of this. Draw their attention if there's enemies. Perfect.
The door is closed, so the entire room is open to you guys now. As Adam walks in through the area, you do discover that there is a wall console, meant to be some sort of greeter or shipping logger.
One moment. I will attempt to access this base primary systems. Right, I'm going to place myself down on the floor, drag a USB cable out of myself, and plug it into the wall.
Do you need any assistance with that?
Skilled assistance would be allowed, yes, if he wanted some help.
So if you assist, if you're competent in that skill, and you wish to assist, the character that makes the roll gets a blue dice.
Yeah, I'll assist with that.
Yeah, sure. Affirmative.
By the way, yes, that
Please.
stacks. If you have multiple people that have the same skill, that can stack like multiple blue dices for everybody helping.
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm
I was
rolling.
more thinking of the perspective of like, do you need me to help plug you in? Ruben's like familiar with computers, like he does have a decent intelligence score, but he's not a technician. He's a doctor.
Yeah, just
Well,
saying.
fortunately, I have my own robotic body apparently, so I just plug it myself in.
Exactly.
Right, so it's 2 black dice, right?
No, it's how skilled are you, Caleb, in computers?
In computers, I have 1 point.
1 point, and 1 blue dice you get. The system is going to be a 2 purple difficulty.
Very well.
Also, roll 1 force dice.
1 force dice.
Yes.
Yeah, so from now on, standard difficulty basically means 2 purple dice, is something to keep in mind.
Yeah. Right, which one is the force dice?
It's the middle one white.
Okay, I'll just have that then. And then I'll roll.
Okay. Adam, you accomplish the impossible and do plug yourself in first time. You don't have to turn the USB around. That was what forced.
Oh my god.
You plug it in, and as a machine, you're like, oh yes.
This
You
has
just-
never happened to me before.
However, you do access the systems rather well. Though it does-
Greetings, mainframe. I am Adam.
Welcome.
Please state purpose.
I am the administrator of this facility.
Confirmed. Please, or requesting permission to enter facility.
Facility requires administrator access, state, rank, and you see it just trails off.
Right. I'm going to. Well, I'll be my standard access. Like, hello, I am Adam of Omnicorp. I assume I have some access codes. Obviously,
Yes.
it's not going to respond to that. So, I'll try and be a bit upset and tell it that no, thank you. I would very much like to have some access, please.
How are you going to do that? Are you trying to convince it, or are you trying to brute force it?
Right. Well, I am a slicer, so I assume I can, attempt to hack it. I mean, I have a physical connection to the device.
Yes, you may.
Right, and I have a couple of talents for this, just so that you know. Skills should be under notes, maybe? No. Inventory? No. Combat, maybe? Yes. I have Code Breaker, and I have Bypass Security.
It would be bypass security in order to open the door.
Yeah, I have the talent Bypass Security, which means I get to remove a black dice from it.
Ah, of course. So that means interference. It would be 3 purples. It would have been a black dice for the corrupted circumstances, but given that you're bypass security, you're just trying to open a door, are you?
Well, let's see. I can use Codebreaker to break codes. Like, this thing is... what is it connected to? Can I open something from this?
Yes, as I said, it's a shipping manifest, so you can get basic shipping
Hmm.
information, you can get visitor information, you can also open the door in front of you, which does look recently opened, since there's no ice hanging off of it.
Right.
And-
Well, I would like to have recent visitors who has been here before me.
That's public information, so it is free to give you this information.
Right. I would like it to inform me. Administrator unit, please respond to query. Who has recently accessed this system?
Access recently. 2 teams of recovery agents.
Confirmed.
Next, 1 team of newly appointed administrators.
Confirmed. Please state time date.
Time date. 2 months ago for 2 recovery teams. 1 hour ago for 2nd recovery teams.
Confirmed. Public address. Please be advised, this system has been has been accessed and tampered with roughly 1 hour ago. That's on the public, display.
Evidence for such tampering required.
Oh, I'm not talking to it. I'm talking to the other dudes.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm just informing everyone in the party that, hey, guys, this thing, it's touched about an hour ago. Right. Shipping manifest.
Shipping manifest accessed. Shipping manifest corrupted. 80%. Showing recent acquirers. It starts to show the manifest of several different shipments, mainly involving large amounts of azure, large canisters of some kind, and also what appears to be a IV solution, mainly used in full cast cyborgs to keep their brains, their body or their meaty parts working with their machine parts quite
Right,
well.
anti-rejection drugs.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'll inform the party of my findings. Finally, shipping or administrator, please open door.
As it's going that query, Ruben, you do recognize the drug. After all, you are a cyborg, and so any cyborg within the party does recognize this sort of fluid that you take in. It's rather cheap, easy to get, but such large amounts of it is uncommon, apart from hospitals.
Yeah, Ruben kind of like mulling. Interesting. He's like, they didn't give us a whole lot of information about this place, but this isn't an urban center. Why would they need such a large surplus of medical supplies?
I guess it'd be they're doing experiments of some kind here.
Yeah, must be something top secret. I mean, this
Irrelevant for mission parameters.
I have to say, I don't feel very comfortable about this.
Either way, we're an hour behind the other team, so we better pick up the pace. We don't know what we're gonna find inside, so...
Actually, there's one thing I'd like to do. That's okay.
What was that?
I would like to remove their administrator access to this door.
Oh. Okay, then you may. You can do that at the same time you're trying to input your own one, and that would be a 3 purple difficulty computers check. Since you do have the security breach one, I'm not going to add the black dice onto it.
Right.
Caleb, you
Do
gonna be
I?
helping
Can I receive some help?
I was going to say, if I can assist, I can also use my cybernetic implant and spend 2 strain to downgrade that to 2 purple and 1 black.
Oh. Okay then. So, would you like help from your cybernetic implanted mechanist? Because then the difficulty
This system is rather complex, and we are suffering under a time limit. please assist. And I'm gonna open up a side port in my frame. Jack yourself into the Adam.
Slowly insert yourself into Adam.
I will do so as sensual jazz music starts to play in the background.
Connection established. I will feed you data. You will decipher. Let us begin. And with that, I will do the roll. So it was 2 dice, 1 black.
Yep.
And let's see. Oh, decrease difficulties of checks to break codes and encrypt communication by 1. What does that mean?
Basically, remove a purple.
Remove. Yeah. Okay, so I get to remove a purple as well, or.
Oh, so if it's removing a purple, then yeah, it would only be 1 purple, 1 black.
Okay. Then I'll
That's
do the
the
roll.
same. That's the same thing that I have. I thought downgrading just bumped it down to a black, not removed it completely.
No, it
So that's why I said what I.
Blacks and blues work differently from the reds and the purples. Yeah, awesome.
All right,
But
so
blacks are situational based dice.
so that's just means it's 1 black then.
No, it's
No, it'd be 1 purple.
Okay,
Yeah,
1
one
purple.
Yeah, 1 purple. Ooh, barely. Jeez,
oof.
that was rough.
I'm gonna say, despite you didn't need that force dice, what I'm gonna say is that Caleb plugged it into just right. He managed to also slip it in without having to turn it around. Just
Okay, now I'm calling bullshit because it's impossible. Not only once, but twice in a row getting the USB just right. That's impossible. No, God,
I know,
never
right?
achieved that.
You are able to access the door, and it says administrated access allowed. Opening main door. Please head down the hallways to the facility proper. Have a good day. And with that, the doors pop open.
Yep, and I strip them of their administrator rank.
Yep, you've stripped them of their administrator rank.
Useful.
And now the door lays open before you.
Well, everyone, here goes nothing.
May I suggest that we make sure that this door gets locked up behind us if we did succeed in removing their administration privileges? That'll mean they're not getting out around us.
Cheeky breechy. I like it.
Would Adam need to interface with the system again in order to open or close this door? Like, would we need to spend this amount of time to open it and close it again?
No, you now have access, so you're able to easily lock and unlock it as you desire.
Okay. That sounds reasonable.
So, is there anything you wish to do in this room? There are a few bits and pieces of odd cargo here and there, but mainly old and broken.
Since they mentioned that there were medicinal drugs going around, can I check to see if I might recognize any, like, tools or implements or anything that's kind of laid scattered around this room?
You may do, yes.
So, I'll be truthful, I don't actually know how the rolling works. I haven't really worked with the system before. So what do I do if I want to roll? I go to my character sheet and I just, like, click a skill and then they roll it?
Essentially.
Okay. So, yeah. I'm not
Just
sure
roll
what to
medical.
roll.
Just roll medical.
Roll-
You should be through there.
Roll medicine?
Yeah, medicine.
You forgot to add the difficulty, bro.
Oh.
To add the difficulty, do you see the dice pool at the top of the sheet?
The dice pool?
Yeah, at the top of the sheet, when you click on your character
Oh.
sheet, it says dice pool, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
There's on the right side, there's this purple triangle thingy. Just put 2 there, that's the standard. Most of the time you'll be rolling 2 purples, so just leave it on 2 purples. And make the roll again.
Okay, I understand. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. It's your first time playing, so it's fine. Well, you didn't fail. You didn't succeed, Bo.
We do get an advantage, though. Maybe you found something
Yes.
useful.
You do find a little something. For instance, the broken, canister that's off in a corner, you do check it over, and you do see that the medical is from Grace Medical, which is the main medical producer of Fallen World. But what's strange about it is the contents of it isn't something you've seen before. For instance, it's got a totally different medical code from the normal drugs you've seen.
Ruben's kind of like, he picks up the vial, he's kind of analyzing it, interested. He goes, so this container, the means of transport's definitely Grace make, but, and he's kind of looking over the mixture. I don't recall ever seeing a drug, something like this, being produced out of a Grace facility.
Maybe it's
In the
some
meantime,
kind
while
of drug.
that's going on, Caleb is going to be looking around, trying to find any scraps or remnants of cybernetics.
In the place, I can say that there's no exactly boxes or anything. It mainly looks like canisters of liquids.
Okay.
By the
Ruben
way,
sort of pockets the. He basically, do I have like any spare vials? I guess I'll just like dump whatever's remaining in this vial and try to put it in my own secure containment.
I would say if you do have medical kit, then yes, you do. You have
so
space.
I collect the sample of what was remaining of the sample and put it in my own stuff here.
Okay then.
Is there any intact canisters containing the liquids?
No, there doesn't seem to be. They mainly look like they've been broken or purposely broken, since they're scattered around.
Well, Adam is going to record what he sees to dutifully send back to Omnicorp. These guys are ruining our property.
So Ash, once the door is open, I'm assuming it's down a hallway. What's visibility like? Are the lights on? Is it well lit? Is it dark? What's it?
Do our suits have flashlights or night vision?
Yes, your suits do have flashlights. Down the hallway there's emergency lighting, sort of like what you see in the picture before you. There's small blue lights and a main track of lighting above the hallway, which gives it a small amount of illumination, enough to be able to see down it at least.
Dan is gonna switch to his rifle and he's gonna just peek over the corner a little bit, waiting for everybody else to get ready to deeper into the...
I got my pistols out. Nick's got her pistols out and moves in behind him.
I suspect you will start heading down the hallway, or is there anything you wish to do here more?
Ruben's
No.
very cautiously following behind them.
Okay then.
Yeah, same
Start-
here.
You start heading down the hallways. They're twisting and turning a little bit, likely due to any of the hard ice that they ran into. However, as you go down, you do hear a pair of voices down the hallway.
I'm gonna give everybody a raised hand to signal to them to stop so we can overhear what's happening in front of us. Can we make out what they're saying or doing?
You can peek around the corner if you wish to see.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay, Adam is not going to keep plundering forward. He understood that reference.
I like how you gave it -50. It's like...
Adam is not programmed for military engagements.
Exactly. As you appear around just dish, dish, dish. Oh, okay. Dish, dish, dish. That's essentially what you hear. However, as you peek around the corner, you do see two armed men. And, one moment. They are simply standing around in front of what appears to be some sort of control panel at the end. And you overhear them speaking. Hey, yeah? You ever wonder why we're here? One of life's great mysteries, ain't it? Why are we here? A product of some cosmic coincidence? Or is there really a god watching all over us, with a plan for us? And I don't know, man. Keeps me up at night. What? No, I meant, why are we here, in this frozen hell of a lab? Oh, what was all this stuff about God? Nothing? You want to talk about it? No? Anyway, when the repair crew's gonna get here? Basically, they are just talking shop.
Nice red versus blue reference.
Yep, good reference, mate.
I was hoping a bit more subtle, but yeah.
Danny takes notice that Nyx is getting into position to aim, and he's gonna whisper to her, "Take the one on the right, I'll take the one on the left. You can take the shot?
Roger, roger.
Let's do it."
Would these guys be close range?
I would say they are in. Yes, they are in close range.
Alright,
Can I
do I have time to
quietly
spend,
interrupt
two
real quick?
maneuvers aiming?
What,
Yeah,
like
sure,
hold
you
up
can
your
interrupt
hand?
if you want.
Sorry, Ezra, you were saying something?
Yeah, I'm going to try to interrupt them real quick and just quietly whisper, could we try to impersonate the mechanics they're waiting for?
Danny looks towards their clothes and says, "Ow."
Don't even know what their mechanics look like or sound like. We have very different suits. They would be able to look at us and tell that we're not part of their organization.
Yeah,
They are
aren't we wearing standard Omnicore attire?
You are
That's
all
fair
wearing You are wearing uniform hazmat suits. They are unlike the military grade ones that they are wearing. In fact, they are wearing some sort of unknown type of hazmat suit, probably military based, given the extra padding and armor. They are armed as well, of course.
Do I have time to spend 2 maneuvers aiming?
I'd say we've got all the time we want.
I would say if you want to poke out that much, you would have to make a stealth roll. Because right now I'm saying that you're basically peeking out now and again, like 1, 2.
By the way, sorry, this out of character.
I'll make that stealth roll. What's the check?
Stealth.
Just out of character, because I'm still not used to all the voices and which character it is. Do you guys mind adding on your names? Just like I did for mine, down in brackets, your name, so I know whose characters.
Yeah, that
The
would be
person that interjected about us, maybe we should walk up and try to impersonate them. Dan is just gonna go, "Well, if you're feeling confident, go ahead and stride over. But if they smell something's off, we're gonna get our asses handed to us."
What's the difficulty on the stealth check?
The difficulty would be 3 purples.
Oh, gee, okay. Let's do this.
Oh boy.
As you lean out, the floor creaks just a little bit, causing the guard to peer out over towards you, but he just shrugs it off to the creaking of the metal, adjusting his gas mask and bringing up his gun up to his chest as he turns towards his friend once again to keep talking.
Alright, I'm just gonna aim once before I fire this time.
If Nyx is taking the shot, I'm gonna synchronize my shot and fire at the other guy.
Okay then. So, I suspect everyone agrees with this plan because they're shooting anyway.
Well, looks like stealth's out of the option.
That is correct.
Ruben is just sort of a little bit scared, just kind of letting the people who seem to know what they're doing take over.
Oh boy. I'm going to spend 2 advantages to hit with my second pistol. So those are going to be 2 7 damage shots, each with Pierce 2.
Okay, one moment. I will just be grabbing.
Let's see if there's anything else I can spend those 2 advantages on.
Yep, there's plenty of stuff. Do you guys all have the sheet for advantages and disadvantages?
Where is that?
Well, it's basically a small PDF. After the session's over, I'm just gonna send it over to you guys, so you know how you can spend your advantages.
Okay, 1 second.
From what I remember, with 2 you can usually give blue dices to other party members. That's also good.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I found the sheet.
Right then. With him.
Oh, I'll perform an immediate free maneuver to duck back into cover. And that'll be my turn.
Right, should I take my shot as well?
Yes, you may.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
I want to spend that triumph on a narrative advantage.
A narrative advantage. Ooh, I love that. Right then. Just one moment.
The first triumph! Woohoo!
First triumph in the game. Poof.
I can toss out a suggestion for that. Maybe a loud clap of thunder happens outside at the same time to mask the shots.
That's a good idea.
Well, they are standing right next to each other. If you want that, they may. There's only.
No, I mean to prevent anybody
what I'm
else
thinking, Ash, because we're shooting at them at the same time, maybe I shoot him in such a way that he turns towards his friend and shoots him. Since they're next to each other.
Right, you just want a hang on. You want a narrative thing to happen. Don't worry, I've got a good plan. Right, as you two open fire, one rifle sounding off with a thunderous bang, and of course a pistol firing. Oh, have you got 2 actually?
Yeah, 2
You
pistols.
dual wielding. Awesome.
Yeah. 2 7 damage. 2 shots. Each one 7 damage. Pierce 2.
Understood. So you open fire both pistols as well. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus Christ. Right. So essentially, he's almost dead. Okay. So one of the guards, Danny, your rifle slams just into the side of his head, breaking the mask and gas mask off of his face. As blood poured down his face, you can see him starting to choke. His friend looks towards him, then looks back at you as bullets rain into him. He gets behind cover just in time to avoid the rest of the fire, but he's also bleeding through his hazmat suit.
Danny clicks his tongue audibly. Still alive, fucking asshole.
Right. I suggest you. It may be quite short, but I suggest you do a roll. I believe it's
Cool.
Cool. Yes, roll cool. Then I have to roll vigilance for them.
So do
Oh,
we
shit.
all roll?
By the way,
cool?
on your cool roll for advantage, you don't put any purple dice. There's no difficulty.
Yeah, I just forgot to clear my dice pool.
But it's fine since you only got a threat, so.
Remember to input your thing as well. For some apparent reason, it's not linking properly to your sheets.
Right, apparently Dan is not very cool.
Oh, it didn't. I knocked the number down, but I didn't click outside of the dice editor, so it didn't actually take it out. Oops.
Yeah, same here.
So every success is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and who has the biggest number goes first. And the advantages are basically to break ties. If both characters have 3 successes, the one with more advantages goes first.
Yes, that is correct. In case anybody was confused.
Yeah, you want me to roll again? I apologize for doing that.
Yeah, I
Doing
noticed
what?
that
What's wrong with your
some
roll?
people rolled with difficulty.
Ah,
You don't need to roll with difficulty. It's
1, 2,
just
3.
without difficulty.
Just add what you've got. So, for instance, you have like 3 here. So yeah, just count the green dice for your roll.
Okay.
Yeah, input your roll into the turn order so you know where it's everything. That's weird. Come on.
There you go. 2.2. That roll.
Damn. How do I?
Just go up to the turn order and click on the 0.
Oh my god, one of those fucking guards rolled 9 advantages. Jesus.
It was stupid.
And that's for vigilance. They're rolling vigilance. They're not rolling cool. Jesus
They are
Christ.
guards. Mind you, one of them is definitely probably going last due to the triumph before. He's kind of suffocating.
We can just hide over here. He'll die eventually.
Who needs air when you can not?
Adam, what about you?
Well, Adam isn't designed for combat, so Adam is going to, kindly inform everyone. Warning, high caliber bullets fire detected. Please be advised, you may be under attack. And I'm going to say that, out loud so they can hear it too.
Thanks, Adam.
Ruben, you gonna put in your turn order?
One moment, sorry.
Adam, wait, I'll do it for you. 2, 1, 2. There we go.
Anyway, Adam, I should probably roll for my initiative too, right? Shouldn't I?
Yes, because if you're gonna take any actions or aid anybody, then you still need a turn order.
Right.
I mean, he technically still has a turnover. He's just a 0, so he's last.
No, I should roll it. Where is the thing? It should be under.
Cool.
So the skills,
Skills.
cool.
Sorry about that.
So,
I think you can find it also under the combat menu. The very
How does this work? Do I...
that way I put in for you. Essentially, you had to click on a 0.
Oh, okay.
2.
when Adam is way faster than everybody else.
Right then, allow me to order descending. Caleb, it is your turn first. One of them is in cover. The left one is in cover, the right one is currently suffocating.
Okay, looking at what's going on, do I get the impression that the one that's suffocating is probably almost out of the fight?
I would say just from looking, he is profusely bleeding from the head and neck area, and he can't even stand. He's like, basically, he's going into shock, it seems like.
Okay, so I am going to... you said we were at close range to begin with, right?
Yes, you're in close range.
So I will use my maneuver to close the distance with the one that isn't suffocating to get into engaged range and try to smack him with my wrench.
Taking notice of this, Danny just screams, "This guy's crazy! I love it!"
And how many difficulty dice is that for engaged
standard.
at melee? I forget.
Oh no, 1. No, wait.
Okay.
No,
Standard or
standard
one?
difficulty for melee.
Oh yeah, standard for melee. Sorry, yeah. It's 1. Yeah, because engage, it's an extra 1. Yeah.
So it's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.
Standard
2
difficulty means 2
purple
purple
dice.
dices.
Yeah, okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Ooh. Let's see.
Wait, why do we have a black?
Actually, yeah.
It's
one-
inaccurate.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So you didn't get past his arm his defense. And essentially, as he comes out and you come up towards him, he gets out, and as you swing your club towards him, he blocks it with his gun. He looks at you like you're some sort of crazy man just running up to him with a giant wrench.
Well, I thought my maneuver was to move into
You can
melee.
take 2 strain and take another maneuver if you want.
Or another
Or
attack.
another action. Basically attack.
I'll try another attack. I'm crazy.
Wail on him with your giant...
It's even worse.
I would say that, Ruben, in the struggle, you're gonna get a black dice while shooting into this, if you choose to attack.
Okay, so that just makes it more difficult.
Yes. So, Ruben, what do you wish to do?
So can I, the guy that's on the ground and like struggling, can I kind of estimate how much longer he has before he's completely out of it? Like before he's dead?
I would say this would be a free maneuver for you. So yes, you may roll medicine to see how long he's got.
Is that 2 difficulty?
I would say I would say symptoms look apparent, so only 1 difficulty. That's 1 purple. Roll 1 purple.
Yeah,
Oh, I what happens is I keep changing the number, and then I hit roll without clicking somewhere else, so it doesn't actually finalize it.
Let's see. Removes 1, but you still got a triumph. Essentially, this man is probably going to die of suffocation before he dies of his bleeding wounds.
Okay.
Since he's probably going to pass out and bleed out, and he's probably not going to be able to do anything before he is able to do it.
And I don't trust, Ruben doesn't really trust himself to try to take a shot while there's one of his allies in between them while Caleb's standing there. So he just sort of calls out from where he is. He just goes, it's like, you're outnumbered. Like, your friend only has a few more moments and I can stabilize him. But it's like, I'll help your friend, but only if you drop your weapon.
So you're trying to convince him. Are you trying to intimidate him or convince him?
I'm basically trying to convince him that, well, I let him know, like, I'm saying that he's outnumbered, but I'm also saying, like, your friend is in really bad critical condition, and I'll help him if he puts down his weapon immediately.
I would say you can get a negotiation with 2 blue dice.
2 blue?
Yes.
Make sure I do this correctly this time. Negotiation.
Nope.
Ooh, nope.
No purples.
Roll again, this time purples. 2 purple.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm awful.
You get used to it, don't worry.
Ooh. 2. Okay, right. So, essentially, as you are fighting, he goes, Oi, look, I put down my gun. Just stop trying to hit me with that wrench.
Alright, no promises if you're trying to think funny.
With that, he tosses down his gun and puts up his hands.
As soon as his gun hits the ground, Ruben kind of dashes forward and works to assess and try to patch up the holes in his suit to stop the oxygen leak.
Alright, roll medicine. You also need to roll mechanics to patch up his suit.
I can assist with that.
Okay, so you roll mechanics, he rolls medicine.
Okay.
So many triumphs, wow.
Jeez. Never got this many before. Yep, that seems correct. You are able to stop the bleeding. In game terms, he's essentially at 1 wound. And also you manage to basically use an emergency gas mask and slip it over his face and make sure it's nice and sealed before dragging him over to the side where the giant empty canisters are. Where his friend is also sitting down.
I'm gonna, like, the weapon that's on the ground, I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna kick it towards the back of the group. Like, just move it away from him. Or move it away